guys, welcome back to Confessions of a Doctorholic. It's your girl, Dr. Slayman, or Hafsa. And today's confession is about the time I earned my unofficial superhero cape by doing something as unglamorous as placing an NG tube. Let me tell you, this case was one of those, it shouldn't be that hard, but it's somehow impossible kind of days. So here's what went down. We had this 40-year-old patient with Down syndrome, super sweet but medically complicated. He was literally eating napkins, like chewing and swallowing them. Heaps of them. Naturally, that caused a bit of a blockage in his GI tract. So gastroenterology was consulted. They went in with a scope, cleaned whatever they could, took the napkin debris out of his stomach, but unfortunately, he also had a distal obstruction further down the line. We are thinking that some of that napkin debris went further down. So now, post-endoscopy, we need to place an NG tube to decompress. Sounds simple, right? Spoiler, it wasn't. Apparently, the gastroenterology team had tried 4 times. 4 separate attempts to place this NG tube, and all of them failed. It kept coiling in his mouth or his upper esophagus, and this was under direct visualization, which is supposed to make it easier. So when I came on in the morning, the task was handed to me like, good luck, he needs it, but no one's been able to get it in. And let me tell you, I wasn't thrilled. But I also wasn't about to let a nasogastric tube defeat me. I gather the team. We've got a nurse, a sitter with a cup of water at bedside, and me. We go in for the first attempt, and yeah, it's a disaster. Full-on resistance, coiling, he's fighting us a little, it just wasn't happening. Even when I got it to 30 centimeters, it started kinking. My senior gets involved, helps guide things, and I think, all right, we're almost there. And then, he yanks it out. Back to square one. So now I'm frustrated, but also locked in. We reset, restrain again, and go back for attempt number 2. This time, I keep it controlled. At 30 centimeters, I pause. We call X-ray to check positioning, wait for confirmation. They say it looks straight, so I advance a little more. Still straight, advance again. Looks perfect. Victory. We got the tube in, it was draining, it was decompressing, it was in the right place. And I felt like a complete champion. So of course, I walk over to the night team later and I'm like, hey, got that NG in finally. Not to brag, okay, maybe a little, but it was honestly such a win. But instead of a high five or even a nice work, I get this snarky response. Yeah, we know it's difficult, I tried 4 times, the night nurse tried 4 times, don't complain about it. And I was like, I'm not complaining. I was literally just sharing a win because it was hard. And I did it. Then she follows it up with, I'm just joking. And listen, if you've ever been on the receiving end of a joke like that, you know it's not a joke. It's passive aggressive, wrapped in sarcasm, dipped in unnecessary attitude. And here's my thing. Why is it so hard for people to just say, well done or sorry when something doesn't land? I didn't respond. I didn't engage. I just moved on. But part of me was so annoyed because honestly, in this job, we already deal with enough. Can we also just be decent to each other? Can we not also just be decent to one another? By the way, he yanked it out 3 more times, even with a sitter at bedside. And I sunk it back in every single time. Such a win. So that's today's confession. An NG tube that took half a team multiple attempts. And way more emotional energy than expected. But I got it done. To all my med fam out there, whether it's placing a tube, tying a perfect knot, or just surviving your shift without crying, celebrate your wins. Even the small ones. Especially the small ones. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to Confessions of a Doctorholic. Until next time, stay calm, stay kind, and when someone does something great, maybe just say, good job.